Good evening. I'm Mark Ivy. Welcome to the latest edition of Kernels from the Cornfield. No husk, no hulls, no shucks. News with a dash of commentary to spice up your daily fare for Monday, April 14th, 2014. Well, last Tuesday, I was readmitted to the hospital. That admission lasted for 5 days with a release late Saturday. I had planned to do my daily broadcast from my hospital bed. But due to issues with the hospital's Wi-Fi system, Kernels was quiet. Tonight, I'm happy to say I'm back home in Mark's Den in the Cornfield. Malaysia Flight 370. We still don't know the answer to the mystery surrounding Malaysia Flight 370. The searchers now turn to use of non-manned submersibles using sonar to comb the floor of the Indian Ocean in hopes of finding any sign that the flight dove into a watery grave. The pinger batteries on the so-called black boxes are presumed to have run out of juice. For now, in spite of the nearly endless coverage by CNN, we are nowhere closer to resolving this mystery. Senseless hate in the heartland. It is difficult to believe in the 21st century that some people are still trapped in hatred and prejudice. But such was the case in Overland Park, Kansas over the weekend, when an alleged racist opened fire, killing 3 in 2 locations utilized by members of the Jewish community. For all those who believe we have evolved into Homo sapiens, wise men, the actions of this bitter bigot reveals just how little down the road of tolerance and understanding we have truly come. It is diversity in our cultures, ethnicities, religion, politics, and all which sets us apart as unique individuals, which provides the seasoning of life. Our hearts and prayers go out to the victims and their family members, now grieving due to the barbarism and unreasonable fear of differences by a crazed gunman. The Ukraine crisis. I've been saying since Russian President Vladimir Putin illegally seized the Crimea from Ukraine that the former KGB officer had sinister designs. That appears to be more certain today than ever before. Now it seems Putin is ready to wrest eastern Ukraine away from its legitimate government. Putin has one goal in mind: the reestablishment of Russia as a superpower and the reemergence of a Russian empire. He has no interest in protecting those of Russian descent, but only domination and control. When vehicles collide. Families in California are grieving tonight after a FedEx truck slammed into a bus of students over the weekend. Both vehicles exploded in flames, and many young lives came to a fiery end. Our hearts and prayers with the victims and their families. Dominoes falling. A federal judge in Ohio today ruled that the state, which has a constitutional ban against equality for same-gender couples, must recognize same-gender weddings performed in states where the ceremonies are legal. The judge's ruling is stayed pending the outcome of an appeal to the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Sebelius is gone. Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius, who oversaw the dreadful and botched rollout of healthcare.gov, has left the building. Her legacy, however, of harm to millions will live long into the future. Well, that's what caught my attention on this Monday, April 14th, 2014. Tune in tomorrow for another episode of Kernels from the Cornfield. I am Mark Ivy. Good evening.